welcome back to SportsZone. I am once again your host, Elias Freeman, and I am once again joined by Miss Beth Spicer, who will be kind of camping out here for the rest of the show with us, and then another special guest, Isabelle Smith.
Hello.
We're going to be talking some WNBA.
Yes.
So WNBA just made some intense history.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
New CBA, let's talk about it. We talked about it a little bit in the NWSL about those contract litigations, but huge new improvements. I mean, the new salary cap is $7 million. The average salary is expected to be about $600,000, if I remember correctly. The new Supermax is $1.4 million, and the minimum salary is $300,000, which is more than last year's maximum salary.
Yes.
So huge improvements being made in this WNBA season, which is expanding to 15 teams this season. So, what are we looking at? What do you think this says about the rise of popularity in women's basketball and women's sports as a whole going forward?
I think it says that people watch women's basketball.
Yeah, people watch women's basketball.
People watch women's sports, period.
So true.
Women's sports are important, and I think this really sets the tone of it, because even though women's basketball has existed in Europe for tons of years now, and it's been there, it's been through all the countries and everything else, like, we've always struggled with it. For some reason, I don't know why. We have amazing people here, hello. But I think finally it was that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese rivalry that really put us on the spot in women's basketball, and I'm so excited that people are paying attention, because I think women's basketball is literally everything, especially college, and now the WNBA. And of course, I'm a little biased because we have the Wings.
We do have the Wings.
Yes, we do.
I would love for them to win a few more games this next season than they did last season, but we have a #1 draft pick again, so maybe we'll do something with that this time, and a better coach. Maybe we'll do something with that this time. But I am just so excited that players are getting paid what they need to. Obviously, they need to be paid more for how much popularity, honestly, women's basketball is coming into the spotlight. But with this contract being able to be changed annually each season, I think that really sets us up for the future.
What about you, Isabelle?
I think one of the biggest things that I'm really excited about is that this creates more visibility for the league. Because a lot of the times, the average salary has been $120,000. And the men's minimum salary for rookies has been $1.7 million. That is
crazy.
That's a huge discrepancy.
To my brother today about how you have professional athletes working 9 to 5.
Yeah, that is a huge discrepancy, and some of these women who are in the WNBA are then having to go overseas, and so it creates kind of that less visibility for them in the off season, where a lot of people are like, oh, WNBA is on, oh, it's whatever. I don't see them anytime else in the off season, where now these women can actually stay here, take more of those brand deals, have more opportunity to support themselves, and have more opportunity to give visibility to themselves and to the league, which I think is what the league needs. The visibility and what we've been given with, college talents like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, and some of the newer college talents that we have right now. I think it's been what has made this boost so needed. So now that we're going to have more visibility in the offseason, because these women are being given so much more opportunity in, terms of money, I think that is going to be huge. And I really want to see, maybe a higher payment for women a little bit more down the line.
Absolutely. And I talked about this a little bit in the last block, but I think the WNBA is the more fun league to watch right now.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I agree.
Yes.
I think I see more higher level playmaking and some more raw talent. In the NBA right now, it's all threes. I'm tired of it.
They just run. There's no defense, and this is what makes me mad about men's basketball. There's not a lot of defense going on. They kind of just keep outrunning each other. And
we've got some head shakes behind the camera here.
I was in the
guys,
control room saying this earlier. They just kind of kept staring at me, but
I know.
I'm right, actually. Because in men's sports, they can kind of, when one athlete can kind of stand out better compared to others, where in women's sports, it doesn't really exist near as much.
It's more complete teams in the WNBA, which is what I like. You don't have as many superstars carrying a whole team. You have a team that is good together or they are bad together.
Yes.
And I think that's what really matters.
Because even though the Wings had Paige, we still sucked. And because
what were we, 13th in the league? Woo!
Paige could not carry the Wings if she tried. And you know what? Also, Cooper Flag also kind of can't carry the Mavs by himself either, and that's kind of happening. But, it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
At times. But, I think it's also really important that with this upcoming season, the #1 draft this year will make $500,000, which is still a lot more compared to last season. But Cooper Flag, his rookie season, made $13.8 million, and that's only part of a 4-year contract. And I think that tells you how long of a way we have to go. But I think that's such a big step over what was
Yeah.
it, like $45,000 last season,
Yeah.
which is crazy. That's not even like a really good like job, stable job. These girls can make more money with the jobs they could get out of college with their own degrees rather than the sport they are paid to play.
Well, and I think it's a lot of it is baby steps. I mean, we saw it a couple years ago with the new minor league baseball CBA. I mean, minor league baseball players used to make less than minimum wage. Now they can actually support themselves. So I think it's those baby steps that really count. But with the CBA being agreed upon, now we have 15 teams in the league. We have the Toronto Timpo and the Portland Fire.
Yes.
So the two organizations are very different directions. For their coaching, WNBA veteran coach Sandy Brondello and Portland hired an NBA assistant Alex Sarama. How do you see these hires and expansion drafts working out? Do you think they'll have success year one?
I think Sandy's team will. I mean, how can you not? She coached the Liberty. I mean, they won in 2024. Maybe they weren't the best in 2025, but I mean, I don't know. They finished second in the Eastern Conference and fifth in the league overall. So, I mean, obviously they weren't like awful. And maybe I'm just a little PTSD for the Wings and having a Miss coach because I'm a little scared.
Can you tell she loves the Wings? Can you tell?
Hey!
I mean, we are in Dallas.
Someone send me a Page jersey right here, right now, and I will wear it.
So send it in. Fly it in.
I am nothing if not a Dallas Wings supporter, let me tell you.
Oh,
Even
trust
through all
me.
the loss, even through
Yes.
everything. But you know what? We beat the Indiana Fever last year, and it was the best day of my life.
Listen, Paige Beckers was my first ever basketball jersey. She is one of the main reasons I love basketball. So seeing this improvement in women's sports, it's just so exciting to me. And we'll talk about it a little bit on the next block with the PWHL too. But these leagues are so special, and I think it's so inspiring to young women who played sports. I mean, I don't know how many sports you guys played as a kid, but I played hockey, basketball, volleyball. I played all of them.
Everything.
I played
You did
everything.
I just
And
did softball, but I did dance.
softball, I never did my toes in. I did all of those. I did dance. I did gymnastics.
I was
and
a theater kid.
I was also a theater
was
kid.
also
a theater kid, yeah.
So I had no free time as a kid.
Do you now? I mean,
Well, true. That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Do it to you.
But I think it's just so inspiring looking at these young girls, especially with the growing popularity of basketball as a sport as a whole. Like seeing these superstars in the league, even though they aren't carrying their teams like some of them are in the NBA. Seeing these superstars come into the league and this just raw talent that we have right now. But we talked a little bit about the draft, so we have a couple options here. Dallas has the #1 overall pick. Who do you want to see Dallas? Who do you want to see Dallas take at #1? And then should they reunite Paige with Azzi or go with the European high potential prospect Awa?
No,
What are we
they
thinking?
should go with Azzi. They should go. They
I-
should
yeah,
go with their,
I do
I
agree.
need them reunited. You know what?
Yes.
And you know what? The WNBA might be the gay girl sport, and I need them back together.
I'm done.
Because listen, the NBA can have whatever, but the W needs the power couples on the court, and that's what I'm here for, and that's what I need.
And it's the same in hockey.
And it's the same in hockey.
Yes.
What do you mean? We have married couples out on the ice together, and they're beating up people together, and I think that's beautiful.
I think that's true love. If you
I think
ask
that's
me.
true love.
But I do think definitely the reunification, especially for this kind of newer era that we're seeing with the Dallas Wings, is definitely like going to help. And I mean, Azzi already sent UConn into the Sweet 16 for the women's March Madness. So, you know, I think definitely with the Dallas Wings track record, I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I think that definitely that reunification may be that on-court chemistry, because as we were saying, with WNBA, something really incredible that we see is that it's a team. So we need that team chemistry, we need that decision-making that we kind of have seen between them before. So we just want to, you know, that reunification might be a good thing. I understand why a lot of people are talking about, I guess, this newer prospect, but I think it might lead to a little bit more inconsistency at the beginning. Whereas with this, you have that duo, and then you can focus on kind of building up the rest of your team and building up somebody that's going to take you a little bit farther than we did previously.
Especially with a lot of rookies on the Wings team, well, last season rookies now in their second year. I think this will really help having that dynamic that can already go on the court super well. You don't have to build up that dynamic. That dynamic already exists. And so by helping the other people on the team like build up their skills around it, I think that's really helpful, because also who doesn't want their skills built around that dynamic duo? Because if I played basketball, I would want my skills built around them too. So I just think it is a super good deal. And something else I want to shout out on the CBA was the extended family benefits that are coming with it. after Liz Cambridge was traded to the Sparks from the Aces in 2023, after she told the Aces that she was pregnant, now with the new CBA, teams must obtain players' consent for trades during pregnancy. And I think that's something really important for women's sports that maybe isn't talked about. Because even though women are seen as like, we have to have the family, we have to do this, obviously with sports, it's really hard. And the men don't get the heat for that because obviously they're not the ones having the kids, they're just out there. And so I think for women's sports, this is such a big step in the right direction because why are players being punished for growing their families? And I think also with more money in the league, this allows people to stay in the States with their families, around extended family, around where they were born, where they grew up at, and not have to move abroad for just money so they can live. And so I think overall, even though, yes, the money is such a big thing, I think everything else going on in the CBA really hones in that at the core that women are important to this league super.
And I think a lot of it is women's sports is not being treated as niche anymore. It's being treated as the national and heck global phenomenon that it deserves to be treated as, because I think for a long time men's sports used to be like the main event, but I think now women's sports are being treated as like, you know, the money makers that they are. And I think we're seeing that. There's over 200 million in new media rights money in the WNBA recently. That's insane, and I'm just excited to see the continuous like growth from there, especially with this new CBA.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited for the upcoming WNBA season with 15 teams. With that being said, we will be back with the PWHL, another new league, one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now is women's hockey. We'll be right back.
I warned them that this was